Football has a high incidence of injuries. A squad of 25 players is likely to experience 15 muscle injuries per season. The most commonly affected muscle group is the hamstrings, followed by the adductors, quadriceps and calves. Hamstring injuries occur when the load exceeds the tissue strength, usually during the last part of the swing phase in sprinting. It's widely known that a previous injury significantly increases the risk of future injuries, and having a low number of injuries in a squad is linked with team success. Therefore, establishing injury prevention protocols is crucial. To help understand the optimal physical exercises for preventing injuries among adult male football players, Jorge and colleagues reviewed 11 studies involving football players between the age of 18 and 65, ranging from amateur to elite players, with training interventions ranging from 1 to 6 times per week, and durations from 10 weeks to a full season. This review revealed that injury prevention programs in football have focused on 4 main areas, including proprioceptive training, strength training, multi-component training, and dynamic warm-up protocols. This presentation, brought to you by Talking Sport Science, will be a summary of Jorge and colleagues' findings. First of all, proprioception is a neural process that integrates sensory input to determine the body position or movements in space, and so is fundamental for balance control. Proprioceptive training programs typically include exercises involving balance boards, ankle discs, and tilt boards. These exercises enhance the sensory motor system's adaptability and protect the body from injury through increasing the resilience of ligaments and tendons, and so improved proprioception can lead to better movement control during jumping and landing. In a group of 20 football players aged 25, a 30-minute daily regime over a season using an ankle disc proved effective in reducing the occurrence of ankle sprains. Moving on to strength training, the Nordic hamstring exercise, which works the hamstrings eccentrically, is a popular exercise for football players to perform, as this exercise has shown promise for reducing the risk of hamstring injuries. However, to help avoid delayed onset muscle soreness, i.e. DOMS, an introductory period of 5 weeks, which gradually increases the load, is recommended. However, the optimal time when to perform the Nordic hamstring exercise, i.e. before, during or after a session, is currently unknown. Flywheel technology has also shown positive results regarding hamstring injury prevention. For example, elite football players performing both concentric and eccentric hamstring actions using the yo-yo flywheel ergometer, completed once or twice per week over a 10-week period, reduced hamstring injuries and improved concentric and eccentric strength, and also improved maximal running speed. However, it should be highlighted that most of the players completing the exercise complained about muscle soreness. Therefore, an introductory period to help minimize muscle soreness may be required, although further research is needed to confirm this. Also, football players completing the adductor strengthening program, which consists of performing a single exercise with 3 levels of difficulty, completed 2 to 3 times per week during the pre-season and once per week during the competitive period, was effective in reducing the prevalence and risk of groin problems by 41%. And in terms of multi-component training, a training program that focused on balance, functional strength, mobility, and core stability exercises, performed twice a week over a competitive season, resulted in a 43% reduction in the number of muscle injuries among elite professional players. The benefits of incorporating strength training, particularly eccentric movements, and balance training to prevent injuries has already been highlighted. However, as strength imbalances increase injury risk, strength training involving concentric movements can also be used to address these imbalances. And core stability plays a vital role in controlling the position and movement of the trunk in relation to the pelvis, facilitating efficient force transfer to the limbs, which ultimately helps to decrease the incidence of muscular injuries. And regarding dynamic warm-ups, the FIFA 11 Plus is a commonly used dynamic warm-up program. It consists of 15 exercises performed in 3 parts, involving running, strength, plyometrics, balance, and change of direction movements, lasting approximately 15 to 20 minutes, performed before games or training sessions. Implementing the FIFA 11 Plus has been found to reduce the number of injuries among football players, specifically collegiate football players completing the 11 plus programme 3 times per week over a season, reduced the injury rate by 46% and decreased time lost to injury by 29%. And collegiate football players increasing the frequency of performing the FIFA 11 plus to 5 to 6 times per week during the competitive season has been reported to reduce the overall rate and severity of lower extremity injuries by 72%, which may be explained by the fact it improves strength, specifically the hamstring to quadriceps strength ratio, which is important for reducing the risk of knee injuries. In addition to injury prevention, other benefits of the FIFA 11 Plus are that it requires minimal equipment, as only footballs are needed, it doesn't take long to complete, and physiologically prepares players for competition. Therefore, to help reduce injuries among adult male football players, it's recommended to incorporate a 15 to 20 minute dynamic warm-up before training, for example the FIFA 11 Plus, and perform 2 to 3 sets of between 5 to 12 repetitions of an eccentric exercise, such as the Nordic hamstring exercise, and include balance, mobility, and strength exercises at least twice a week during football training sessions. And that concludes the summary of Jorge and colleagues' research for incorporating different exercises to help prevent injuries among male adult football players. As always, I recommend you go and check out the full article. The link is in the description. Thanks for listening, folks. See you next time.